So next we're going to take a look at the delay action and the timestamp action within a visible workflow. Both of these actions are very useful with regards to time management within visible, be it putting in a buffer in the form of a delay action or drawing a timestamp. So first we'll take a look at the delay action. We go into Insert Action and we navigate down to Delay Action. We click OK and we will give it a name. In this case I will call it Delay Action 1, and it launches into the workflow as seen off to the left here. Now with the Delay Action 1, we have to only configure the delay time. This is measured in milliseconds and it can be selected by the user. So automatically it is 0 milliseconds, but I'm going to modify this now. So again, you just simply enter into the box and you put in the desired time. So I'll put in 1000 milliseconds, which is 1 second, and the delay is executed. Now I'll increase this to 100 seconds so we can take a look at what appears on screen. So you have 3 sections. You have your delay time, which is the delay we set at 100 seconds, and we have the countdown time. This is the time remaining, as seen on screen here in milliseconds. And finally, you can bypass your delay, which automatically just skips that time. Now I'd like to demonstrate this in the form of a workflow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 2 message dialogues, one either side of the delay action, to demonstrate how it might be used in a workflow. So we have our first message dialogue here with just the text test within it, and I'm going to copy it and place it above the delay action. So what will happen here is I will draw it down to 10 seconds, but I will start with 1 second. So you have your message dialogue and action, and as you can see here, the delay appears in between the 2 actions. But if I up this to 10 seconds, we can take a look and we can skip this delay. So again, a very useful function if you would like to insert buffers within your workflow. Next, I would like to take a look at the timestamp action. So I'll start off by clearing out these actions from my workflow. So the timestamp action is a very useful action within Visible that draws the time from your system at a particular moment that the action itself is executed. So again, this output can be used and placed within the write text file function. It can be placed in the create folder function and used to name files. So how we start off, we do it much like the delay action. We go to Insert Action and we navigate down to Timestamp. Click on the timestamp, we click OK and we give it a name. Timestamp 1 I will use here, and it launches into our workflow. Note that it doesn't actually have any configuration, as it is simply drawing the time from the system that Visible is being run on. So now I'll run the workflow, and we will see that the timestamp has been saved as a variable within the variable engine. As seen on screen here, the 6th of May 2022, which is the day of this recording, and the hour, the minute, and the second. I'm going to copy this variable, and I'm going to demonstrate how we could use it in a Visible workflow. So I'll copy the variable. I'm going to output it to the user in the form of a message dialog. So I go Insert Action, I'm going to put a message dialog on screen. So this will take the time from my system and display it to the user once it is executed. So within this message section here, I'm going to populate it with the syntax for a timestamp, which is standard Visible syntax. So we have the timestamp 1 dot string with the angle brackets and the exclamation marks. We will now run this workflow, and it appears on screen for the user. So you can see it here now. You can also copy this message to a workflow and a clipboard, so we can use it for reference later. It is copied to the workflow in the form of a variable as we saw at the beginning.